To get started deploying our free cluster using the $200 free credit, navigate to StreamNative.io. Click Login here in the top right corner, and you'll need to create a new account. Account creation will include answering a few questions and spinning up a new organization. Here I've landed on the dashboard page, which shows my currently deployed instances and clusters. Since you're likely deploying your first instance, this pane will have a message that says no instances have been created yet, with a button that says New. Since I already have some instances and clusters, I'll click the plus arrow to create a new instance. Here we have options for serverless, dedicated, and bring your own cloud. For our simple testing, we suggest using serverless. Your $200 credit should last longer using serverless, and you'll still be able to complete all the examples in the Getting Started guides for Pulsar or Kafka. This cluster has a shared data storage layer and some scalability in the serving layer. If you decide to use a dedicated server, you'll have the option to deploy using the long-term stable channel or the rapid channel. Please use the rapid channel if you'll be testing Kafka. If you use the serverless option, you will always be on the rapid channel. More information about serverless, dedicated, and BYOC is available in the description. Here I'm going to select Deploy Serverless and give my server an instance name. Click on the cloud provider you choose, noting that not all cloud providers may be available. I'll also input a cluster name, selecting a location inside of the cloud provider that I had selected on the previous step. Notice that all you have left to do is click Finish, and your instance and cluster will start deploying. Your serverless instance should deploy in just a matter of seconds, while a dedicated instance may take a few minutes. Once your cluster is deployed, clicking on Go to Dashboard brings me to my dashboard for the particular instance and cluster I just deployed. Once your cluster is deployed, you may be interested in finding the access points of your cluster. To find those, go to Details, and you'll see the access points for things like management of the cluster, producing and consuming messages to the cluster using the Pulsar protocol, using the Kafka protocol, or using the Kafka schema registry. Pulsar uses tenants, namespaces, and topics for security and management of data streams, where each topic is a single data stream. Your cluster will automatically come with some tenants and namespaces. Here I select the public tenant and the default namespace. If I click on topics, I'll be able to see all topics that are in public default, which currently for a new server I have none. The Getting Started guides include downloadable code samples, but simple Pulsar and Kafka code is available by going to Pulsar Clients or Kafka Clients here in the left pane. This sample code will automatically be populated with the access points I showed you earlier. For example, if I click Next, choose a service account, click through the client libraries, you'll see that for instance, topic here is pre-populated with public default. And the OAuth 2 parameters here are populated with the issue URL, audience, and service URL. For the producer, you will also need to create or select a topic, which can be done here. And for the consumer, you'll need to select or create a subscription in addition to the topic, which can be done here. In a separate video, we will discuss service accounts for clients to access the server to produce and consume messages, including discussing OAuth 2 and API keys.